Saturday bong nha. Saturday, 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 Saturday night's alright. Saturday, 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 Saturday night's alright. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Where am I? I'm in disembodied voice. This is the ghost of Tom. This is my ghost speaking to you from King's Cross Station. Like I was Harry Potter. Saturday. 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 Saturday, 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 Saturday. I am your host, your ghost host. What up, dudes? Happy Saturday. The happiest of Saturdays to you. Good afternoon. And hello from the house. What's up from a rainy Davenport? Stinky, rainy Davenport. Who's here? Let's take a look at the chat. Courtney, Suave, John, Christina, Christopher, hello. Bonjour. Don't worry, y'all. I won't be taking up much of your time today, considering I only have to do like 2 hours-ish today, even if that, to hit 50 hours for the week if I do a big-ass string tomorrow. So I think tomorrow, instead of Animal Kingdom, we're going to end up going to Epcot, or maybe Magic even. We might do Magic on Sunday, just to try to keep pushing over that limit. So much to do over there. Epcot, a lot of food though, so we'll see. We'll see what the move is. It's Sunday, football's back. You know, it's a weird kind of day. Yeah. So I haven't done much today. I've been chilling. Went over down to Publix, got myself a couple of sirloin burgers. I saw these when we walked in yesterday. I was like, I could eat a burger. So I got a couple burgers to whip up later. I got the steak I'm about to start reheating for my lunch. I also bought Cheetos because I'm a fat kid at heart. I said, why not, man? 2 for $7. Sold. Cheetos? Sold. Cheeto dust. So yeah, I'm gonna make a coffee. We're gonna do a couple things, and for me tonight, I'm gonna end up probably just chilling out, playing and beating, hopefully. Beating Far Cry. Yo, they are the best. You damn right they're the best. So, since it's gonna be kind of a shorter stream, we can put on some fun music, as we like to call it, fun music, which is music that usually gets us kind of semi in trouble. I know, another rainy day, right? Can I play this? Because it's raining? Can we play Fool in the Rain? Does that work? What do you say, YouTube? You gonna shut this thing right down? Baby, why can't I see you tonight? Just popped in. Debbie said she's sick. Oh, Debbie, feel better. What's going on? What do you got? Want to hear something crazy? My grandma goes up north, gets COVID instantly. Like, what the hell? And she already had it, and she got her shot. So much for all that nonsense with the shot, right? The shot. Talk about a load of crap. About a load of crap. Imagine going and getting that shot and then getting COVID twice. My Graham is vaccinated, boosters, and has COVID 3 times. What a joke. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. What a mess. Yes. Oh yeah. I love this little thing. Food back up so good. Lauren, happy Saturday. What's up, guys? So hey, what's everybody up to today? It's gonna be a short day for me, I can already tell. What I seen, but I do what I don't, but I do, but I do.
Out of the back door of Rosa's I ran. Out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one. He looked like he could run. On his back and away I did ride.
Sugar. The processed kind. Alright, I'll see a nice blackness at first, which is great, and then we should turn over to a nice creamy color right there. Nice. We'll let our creaminess run for a moment or two while it still looks soupy. Ah, delicious. Oh. That's one. Should I make a coffee too? Hell yeah, you should. You know, in my opinion, we should all make coffee all the time. And that's just what I think. That's the platform I'm gonna run on. Eat coffee all the time. Eat coffee. Don't drink it, eat it. Mere mortals, they just drink their coffee. I have to eat mine. Did this man just suggest that I put sunlight into my own body? Double shot. Gondor has no king. Gondor needs no king. Is that a Kelfalon? Yes, it is. Kelfalon. Kelfalon. little too much in that one, Captain. You lint liquor. You lint liquor. Galen, what's up, legend? How you doing? Oopsie doopsie, I muffed it up again. Oopsie doopsie. Any pentagrass at your service? Oopsie doopsie. I muffed it up again. Alright, now we take this. We start to turn it. See how it's already changing color? Oopsie doopsie, I muffed it up again. Oopsie doopsie, I muffed it up again. What's the secret, everybody? Watching the rain, man. Nate, what's up? Affogato at Tony's. Their gelato is better than the place at Epcot. Oh, snap. What's up? That avocado in Epcot, though, when it's on point, it's super good.
Oh, yeah. It looks right. Yes, I do believe that is what it's supposed to look like. Yes, I do declare, Mr. Beauregard. Oh, I do declare, Mr. Beauregard. Make more sauce. Mix up the sauce. Make it good sauce. Yummy, yummy sauce. Heather, what's happening? How are you? Linda B, hello as well. Thanks for being Utah, making a difference. Hey, I don't know about today, but some days I do. Today we just chilling. Oh, that was thunder. Okay. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.
We got this. We also got this delicious s'mores thing that we can eat more of today that has really kind of become special. This thing is good. I'm gonna have to soak that pan for 1,000 years, but it'll be worth it. Brian, what's up, man? What's up, Brian, man? What's up, dude? Brian, bro? Brian, bro, dude, man? Where's Sargento? I got some cheese for him. How am I doing? I'm good. How you doing, Heather? I'm doing good. How you doing? I can hit you with the LeVar Ball. How am I doing? I'm incredible. Oh, me, Michael? Oh, I'm incredible. My boy. I got my boys, Lonzo,
LaMelo and my adopted Mexican son, La Taco. Look at this thing. Turned out dope. Look at that. Oh my god. Turned out so good, dude. Bet you didn't even expect that, bro. I bet you didn't even know. Look at that. Look at that. Come on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That was really good. Wow. Oh my god. I can't believe how much better this got. It's crazy because the chocolate's still like almost melted. Like it melted and then it stayed at room temperature. I think the key is just to let it sit at room temperature, like not to freeze it or anything. Because one thing you want from a s'more is it to be like gooey. Wow, this is really good. I give this a 10. I don't think I could make this any better than we made it. Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Wow. This is a great way to start my Saturday up. All my responsibilities are done. Now I can just... Oh, you know what I should do while it's raining? I know it sounds crazy to do, but I'm gonna go do it. Did I see your message? Dude, obviously I'm gonna see you when you come here. I see you every trip, buddy, right?
Duh. I'm gonna see you this time too. November is like 2 months ago. You can tell that the pool is not the right color. But watch this. Because I already got the chlorine put in there. Watch how quickly it's gonna change. Watch how quickly it will change now that I've got the right stuff in there. Got the right stuff in there. My pool place, they had a chlorine shortage. Some guy backed into their chlorine dispenser, their tank or whatever, and dumped chlorine all over the place. So I haven't been able to get any. Oh yeah, there it is. That's how you do it right there. It's a nice rain falling out here. It's a nice good bit of rain. All right, sweep 1, let the filter clean. I'll come back out and do sweep 2. Usually it only takes 2, sometimes 3. A little greener today than I'd like, so I'll probably go out there and do the filter too. Because why not get the filter clean? Yeah, I just put everything in there. All I had to do was just
Get it moving, you know? Get the algae up off the bottom, let it get swept out by the filter, and then I'll maybe go clean the filter later. It's pretty early still, 3:30. I got a while, I got plenty of stuff I can do. Plenty of things to do. If I wanted to do it, that is. Not that I really want to do much. Kind of want to just go. Kind of want to just go play some Far Cry and hang out. Kind of just want to play some Far Cry and veg the hell out, you know? It's kind of what I want to do, but if I could be responsible. Maybe we'll have our big day tomorrow, and then on Monday I won't go as hard. I'll just go to Animal Kingdom on Monday night or something. Give me a chance to get the rest of the stuff done. God, I gotta message some people. I gotta figure out what everybody wants to do with the, as far as their, as far as what they, oh, Courtney, let's start with you. Courtney, let's start with you, miss, because you're the only one here. Could you please tell me that if I were going to send you a big Mickey Mouse or a big Minnie Mouse, because obviously I got to send you guys the bigger prizes now. Can't send you the little ones. Would you like this big Mickey Mouse in this box? Would you like the big Mickey? Or would you like the big Minnie? Trying to make sure that it fits. Mickey it is. Alright, he's in there. I'm gonna get you this. All those maps I grabbed the other day that I put the stickers in. Oh, here they are. Epcot maps to put the stickers in so that they don't get bent. So that's where it is, just so you know. So Mickey, you got your tumbler, you got your sticker, and you got your map. You got 3 stickers. I sent you a couple of them. Save room on your mug because I'm probably going to do stickers again. Save the room on your mug. I used the end of the tape? No way. Where's my tape? Oh, maybe I did? No, I couldn't. There's no way I would have used the end of that tape without putting a new one on this. I wouldn't have done that. I just would not have. It was not who I did. There we go. This is much more who I am, right there. I would have taken the tape, put it in the worst possible spot. That's more like me. Knowing oneself is not about, not about being perfect or whatever. It's just about knowing who the hell you are. Just about knowing who you are.
Okay, this will be sent. 14th box is done. A month and a half late. Oh, merch box is never late, Proto Baggins. Nor is it early. It arrives precisely when it needs to. That was actually Jeff's merch box, so Jeff just got a big Mickey Mouse. No, I'm pretty sure last time he got the big Mickey Mouse. Does that mean I have to reopen that and something else? He really won't care. He really won't care, I'm sure. He's pretty chill. That guy. Alright, this is for Courtney. Okay, here in my activity, because I gotta find your address. Courtney, can you send me your address on Instagram? Because apparently all the PayPal uses you've ever done have all been the right way, and I don't have a address for you on there. I'm gonna get your box done. Yes, you do. Yeah, I know. Smart. So what I'll do is Paul the Wolf, what's up, man? Kaylee, hello. Changing the pool filter with all this rain would be a pain in the ass. Really, you could probably buy a new pool filter. That's probably the reality of it. Thank you.
boxes and not showing you too much that I don't want you to see.
Turtle.
Frog. I said turtle. What the hell kind of turtle makes sense? Frog, it sounded like. Hey, you yelling at that turtle? What the hell kind of turtle sound like that, Tom? I don't know, Paul. Frog turtle?
I'm gonna do you one even better. For you, I only have one of these and I can't really even win another one. 'Cause you're the only one here all the time. Even out of merch box people and everything, you know. I'm gonna send you the big Triceratops. Just gonna put it in here before I even think any more about it. Before I even have another thought about it. I don't want to mess up this little crown. Come on, buddy. You know I'll treat you right. You're a dinosaur. Yeah, there you go. You'll be good like that, right? You'll be alright. You guys have always been good to me. Free car washes and all that stuff. But now we'll have a big one, so. This is the only extra one of these I have. I do still have one in my own personal dino collection, but that is the last extra one I have. Don't tell anybody I gave it to you, right? Keep that a secret amongst us and whoever watches this back in playbacks. I got your stickers in the Epcot map, same as the other one. I gotta get this guy pushed out. Exactly. That's exactly right. You know nothing. Oh, Jon Snow! A spider, Jon Snow! Save me! A spider! I wear the finest silks in all of Trolley Lolly Lolly Day. Help me, Jon Snow! A spider! I wear the fancy silks in all of Trolley Lolly Lolly Day. Can't believe I watched that show. Can't believe I loved that show. I should have known. I should have known from all those goddamn scenes with Jon Snow and his stupid redheaded wildling girlfriend. I should have known I hated that show from those moments. I actually knew. I always said, man, I hate this Jon Snow dude. He's the guy getting the spin-off figures, the whole goddamn cast. The one guy I didn't like. Jon Snow always just bored me. And I was like, oh my god, this guy. Daenerys is my queen. My queen. You're my queen. My queen. She is our queen. Daenerys is my queen. I don't want it. I didn't ask for this. I never wanted any of this, sir. The Hound was my favorite too. Gregor Clegane, man, from season 1. Ever since when Peter Baelish told Sansa the story about how he killed his brother. Well, he didn't kill his brother, but how his brother beat him up and held his head in the fire and all that stuff. And that was the mountain. And you like just like the whole time you were like, oh man, like at some point these guys are gonna clash. Clegane Bowl was actually probably the only part of the last episode I liked. Was that the penultimate episode actually? Or was that the last one? I forget. Yeah, I was like, damn, this is sick. That guy was dope. Who else did I like? I like that Art Stark. Out of the whole gang of like people that actually lasted to the end, Tyrion was by far the best character. Varys, get me out of this fucking box. So good, you know? Just so funny. I keep getting bit by stuff. Things are looking good. I don't know. Probably not even gonna stream that much longer, honestly. It's been such a weird day. I saw Pat had like half his viewers. I've got half my viewers, if that. God, I have like a quarter of what I maybe sometimes have, but yeah, I think that it's safe to say that the people have got other shit going on today. People seem like they've got a good, plenty of stuff going on, so we're gonna go now. I will have my infamously last shot of Uncle Tito's. It is 76 degrees outside. That's beautiful. There's so much going on today. Who knows? For me, For me, though, I got to get that number in, baby. It's that number. 506. Giddy up, 506. 506. 506. Giddy up, 506. Every day is a new day when you go into 1,000. What the fudge? We had a good old busy long week in the parks, that's all I can tell you. That was a lot. Moonlight Magic, all that. A couple big streams this week. Cheers. What a catch. Two things that go together about as nice as anything in the world right there. Vodka and espresso. One of life's perfect pairings, if you ask me. They are about as perfect a pants like lamb and tuna fish. Alex, before I go, you want to talk real quick? Give ourselves a couple minutes of chat, me and you. What do you think about this Lord of the Rings show, huh? Because I feel like you are kind of in the middle of what most fans are. You're not like die-hard, smog tattoo, you know every character, but you're also not your average bear who's like, oh yeah, Gandalf, I know him. Frodo, he's the Hobbit, right? You haven't watched it yet. So are you letting all this negativity sink in? I mean, you're on the internet, so you must be seeing everything. How are you going to go into it with an open mind? How's this working for you? What's preventing you from watching it? Are you scared to watch it because of what you're seeing? What's happening? Talk to me. I want to know. There's nothing I'm more curious about right now than people's reactions to the Rings of Power. I know everybody thinks, I know what She-Hulk is. It's cringy, it's funny, it's weird. Everybody seems to love House of Dragons, but Rings of Power seems to be this thing in the middle. It's like, see, what does that say? That you watched the first 15 minutes and you fell asleep? Isn't that? Yeah, third episode banged. It was a banger. That was a banger last night. Last night or the night before? It was a banger. Because it comes out on Thursday at midnight, so it feels like Thursday night. Way unlike the Disney Plus shows that you have to wait till 3 a.m. Amazon's just like midnight on the East Coast. It's midnight in our book. So it's nice because you get to watch it on Thursday night. Yeah, far and away, I thought this was the best episode. Far and away. Definitely, I can tell you what it's got me. I am just not as hopeless as everybody else is. I'm starting to get like okay with the idea that this is like a loose adaptation of just Tolkien's ideas. And I'm okay with that, really. Like trying to look at this as like a direct adaptation is obviously going to be a failure. But so is The Lord of the Rings. Everybody forgets that. Tom Bombadil's the best part of The Lord of the Rings. Do you know who Tom Bombadil is? Did you see him in the movie? No, of course you didn't. He's the best part of, like, in my opinion, all of the books. Tom Bombadil's chapters they set up literally, you don't even get the same feeling from the rest of the story unless you have Tom Bombadil in there, in my opinion. And he's not anywhere in the movies. So it's like, you know, Elrond's sons, the rest of the Dunedain, Aragorn's Rangers, there's so many more of these people, like, it's just hilarious. None of that book stuff makes it, and still the movies are, like, praised as these, like, amazing adaptations. It's like, I don't know. I think that there's something going on with the Tolkien fan base. This kind of putrid, like, I mean, people hate it. It's like vitriol. people are getting on like every day like, oh, there's no such thing as black elves. I'm like, what? Who the hell cares about that? Like, you care that this dude's first of all, he's a Sylvan elf. And what I know about Sylvan elves is that they are darker in appearance. Tolkien says that type of stuff. And then like the Hardfoot stuff, people are like, there's no black hobbits. I'm like, yeah, there definitely were. You just didn't even, like, some of you are just not even Tolkien. Like, you're like an 8 out of 10, and you think that makes you a 10 out of 10. But if you were really a 10 out of 10, you'd know that like the guy there's no race involved. Like, race is not a part. It's actually the idea of the Lord of the Rings is the idea that all races unite against the greater evils. And then that's how evil creeps back in, is the divisiveness between dwarves and elves and men. It's when everybody works together that the world is its most peaceful. And people are like, oh yeah, no, Tolkien was racist because, you know, everybody's whitewashed. It's like, no, elves are just supposed to be high elves, as you imagine them in Tolkien. He describes them very plainly as light of skin, fair. That's a constant. Blonde hair, light skin, fair. That's Eldar elves, like Galadriel, high elves, Elrond, and stuff like that. And even Elrond had dark hair because he was not as high an elf as. So the idea that people don't understand that lower elves can look whatever they want, they can have short hair, they can be any color they want, like, doesn't matter. High elves have to be super pasty blonde hair people. They have to be. Just the same way that like an orc couldn't be purple. You know, it's like they have to be what they are because that's what they are. But the rest of it's open for interpretation. You know, like the rest of the elves, they don't have to look any certain way. There are plenty of dark-haired elves. And there are short-haired elves too. And there's not among the lesser elves. And it's just funny to me to see the internet like exploding about this. They use it like, oh, these people, they don't care because they hired this diverse cast and that's all you want to hear about. And I'm like, wow, y'all sound so racist. I'm like, I wonder if half these nerdy channels wonder how racist they sound when they start like talking about this stuff. I'm like, you don't know Tolkien at all. I'm like, if you were to read the, you know, like the Valaquenta, like the beginning of Tolkienology, the way you imagine the Valar and the Ainur and the Maiar, the way you imagine like these like godlike characters is like almost like when I picture like, I think of like a Tunmo, I think of him as like blue. Right? Isn't he just, he would be a blue person because he's like, or because he's like related to the waves in the ocean. And when I think of like Sauron, I think of like a dark, flaming reds and blacks, just like I do with Melkor, because it's like red and black is kind of like their color. That's just like what they are. And then you think of Manwë and the other higher gods as like a whiter kind of color. Like that's just how you imagine them. And even some of the other ones, like when I think about like Aule, I always think of Aule as like an oranger color of a guy, because like I think of dwarves as redheads most of the time, so I picture him as like an orange kind of color. He's the smith, he's the master of like the mountains, and I don't know, I just picture him as orange. Like in my head, when I read this shit, I pictured all these things as like colorful. I picture the Maiar and the Ainur as like colorful beings, you know? So I think it's really weird that people see Tolkien and they're bringing this up now as like this like black and white thing. I'm like really confused by it, and it kind of makes me disgusted that people have that type of vision. Do you remember when the first episode of Obi-Wan dropped and you had these people who were like, I can't believe the first scene of Obi-Wan, that they let that happen after the Uvalde school shooting that was 2 days before? I was like, holy shit, how did you make that connection? How did you even think about that? When I'm watching that scene, I'm thinking Order 66, I'm thinking Anakin, I'm thinking, you know, Aayla Secura out there getting ambushed on Felucia. I'm like thinking of like, you know, Aayla Secura is a green person. I'm thinking of like totally like fantasy stuff, like everything that's happening during this moment. But like you're such a like people are so, I don't know what the word for that is, but that is like the definition of like, if that's what woke is, like you're scary. Like you're not thinking about the world right. If you don't have that kind of disconnect between fantasy and reality, like you're fucking nuts. Honest to God. If like a part of what you need in life is to see yourself depicted in media, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. You know when you hear that, they're like, oh, representation, you know? No. False representation is like the scariest thing in the world. Real representation, like a movie like Black Panther, where Black Panther is written historically as a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as to be the king of his African nation of Wakanda. It's cultural, it's deep, there's ancestry, it's everything that Africa is supposed to be. That's what makes Black Panther an amazing character, which is what makes Black Panther's movie such a banger. If you try to translate that into false representation of like, yeah, but I also want to see, and don't take this the wrong way, but like I want to make sure that like Ariel looks like me. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure you saw the trailer for The Little Mermaid. I am very confused about that movie. I'm not a racist person. I have little to no racism in me. I honest to God, because of growing up with things like Harry Potter and Tolkien, I think of the world as such a colorful, different place. I picture my villains to be green and purple, you know, like Star Wars colors. Like, I don't picture evil to have any color that I'm not a racist person. I just don't think about the world like that. I think of humans as humans. And honestly, if I was to be real about it, white people are not the first people that ever existed. I hate to burst your bubble. Like the roots of the world are in Africa. That's the dawn, that's the cradle of civilization, Africa. When I walk through the pavilions or I hear authentically African music, I am transported to a place where I understand culturally that it's so much deeper than anything I really have. That's beautiful. That's why when like an amazing artist like Kendrick Lamar takes on the soundtrack for Black Panther, it just becomes such an authentic feeling thing. It's a culture. It's deeper than just a false depiction. What's tough for me is that culture should be extremely important to people. And I feel as though when you culturally do things, in either way, it gets really weird. For example, what's happening with The Little Mermaid. I know The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is a Danish, it's old story about Danish people. Have you ever seen most Danish people? They're like, it's just that part of the world, man. It's like it's a very white ass place. King Trident comes from Greek mythology, Poseidon. These are very traditionally like super white stories. And culturally, whiteness gets enough love. We don't even need The Little Mermaid live action. Give me the Pocahontas live action first if you want to show me some cultural representation. Hire a 100% Native American cast, crew, and let me see the best representation of what you can give me for that. Because that's what's up. You're not capable of doing that? How about this? How about if Disney was like, hey, we are going to put out a Pocahontas movie and we're going to have Scarlett Johansson play Pocahontas. The world would explode. It would explode. right? Rightfully so, right? Because that doesn't make any, because that's crazy. I don't want to see a false representation. I want to see real representation. When I see a live action Lion King movie, I don't want Beyonce and Donald Glover. Go and hire real African actors with a full African production crew, an African director. And I'm not talking a mix of these things. Like when I want a Mulan movie, I want it to be Asian. I don't want it to be Asian American. I don't want it to be African American. I want it to be what it is. I don't want it to be Native Americans or Native. I don't want any of this stuff falsely represented. When I see these movies and I see these characters, I want to see them represented properly. Like if there was ever a live action Moana and it wasn't 100% Polynesian, that would just be the most disgraceful thing. And with Anna and Elsa, same thing. If you were ever going to give Frozen the credit that it's due in a live action 10, 15 years down the road or whatever, you've got to make it what it is. You just have to. And I thought everybody in the movie was fine. Like, I don't think any actors are bad for taking a paycheck or whatever. And I think it's good that, you know, to an extent, Disney did understand that, like, you know, these live actions are never going to replace the originals. I think they understand that now. So I think that Disney's looking at them through a different lens, maybe. You know? Oh yeah, Pocahontas was a real person. I know, imagine. It would just be crazy. It just really would be amazing. And here's the thing for me is that I actually enjoy representation when it's aware of itself. Do you remember when ABC, back when we were kids, I was a kid, it was like 96, 95, they did a Cinderella with, God, it wasn't Aaliyah. Who was it? Who was Cinderella? God, she was super popular at the time. She sang like a lot of pop songs. It was amazing. Do you remember it? It was fantastic. It was nothing wrong with it. You never would have been like any of these issues that people have right now. Because it was aware of itself. Brandy, exactly. The boy is mine. Like, it was so aware of itself that it was good. You know? Almost like, did you ever see the Wiz? The Wizard of Oz? That's aware of itself. All black cast. Fantastic. Like, things that are aware of themselves in terms of, there's no, I think that one of the biggest problems for Disney is that it's such a slippery slope. And I think, honestly, they do a great job at it. I think that Disney's probably the best represented company on the planet. Honestly. I think if you were to look at all these major film companies and how they do representation, I think that Disney by far and away does some of the best. Netflix does a great job too, but Disney does a really great job. But I am a little confused with the Little Mermaid movie. She's got a beautiful voice, that Halle Berry, though, doesn't she? Absolutely incredible. I just don't know how all of a sudden, like, it's become such a thing. sudden that's the reason why these things are bad, you know? Do you remember Obi-Wan Kenobi and Reva's actress had to come out and say that, like, Star Wars fans were so racist and all this stuff, and Ewan McGregor had to come out and talk about it? Guy doesn't even have social media, but he recorded a video to send to Disney so they could put it on their platforms. That's how out of hand it had gotten. I didn't see any of it. I didn't see anybody who was racist. I'm like, Star Wars fans aren't racist. Are you crazy? Like, these are the last people in the world who are racist. We enjoy a world of people with heads shaped like whatever. Like, get out of here. There's no class system. Anakin Skywalker was a slave. He was bought and owned by this little guy who looked like a flying frog. We don't care. We just want a good story. And so that's what I got. That's when I really started picking up on this. I was like, wait a minute. What? Ewan McGregor came out and he was like, Star Wars fans, you can't be racist. I was like, who's racist? Us? No way. I'm scouring the internet, watching all the reviews. I'm like, who's being racist out here? Nobody. Everybody's just like, the show sucks. I'm like, yeah, it does. I'm like, but where's the racism? I'm like, everybody thinks that that's why we think the show sucks? Because this girl? Like, hell no, she's by far the least important thing for me. Like, she just sucks a little bit. I'm like, this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. You just had him walk by a retired clone trooper. The guy's supposed to have killed Obi-Wan immediately in that moment, bro. He's got a chip inside of his brain that says kill all the Jedi. Like, you messing up my canon? That's what I care about. I can give a shit about Reva. You know? And now here we are again with the Lord of the Rings. It's like the same thing. Everybody's just mad, but this time I actually do see it because I'm watching a lot of these reviews and I'm like, that's disgusting. What I think that some Lord of the Rings fans are kind of racist. Honestly. Like, honest to God. It's kind of weird. I didn't know that. I had no idea that was a part of that was like a weird part of the fandom. Is that people, like, that's how they viewed Tolkien, as like a super white place. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. It's scary. It's like sad, really. I'm sad for the fandom. I'm like, if that's the part of this that you're picking up on, is like you don't like the fact that your hobbits are multiple colored. I'm like, you didn't even read the book, man. You didn't read the Silmarillion. You didn't go through the appendices. It says Harfoots are darker of skin. It says it right there. It says it. Oh yeah, come on. Don't be stupid. Well, you're asking a stupid question. Don't go after Adriana because you want to come in here asking stupid questions. Go watch Hidden Figures. Don't be an idiot. You know what I mean? Come on. It ain't all George Washington Carver and his peanuts. You gotta. That's the crazy ass comment, dude. It's a crazy comment. You can't expect any kind of. You can't expect any kind of. Fall for it? No, I never even watched it. I know I know the actual history. I know the actual history. I mean, dude, I without really getting into it, if you wanted like if you wanted a half, which you don't really even deserve, like a half rational, logical response, but one of my heroes, up there with people like Tolkien, Elon Musk, George Washington, Martin Luther King Jr., baby. That's the man. That's the man. They don't make them like that. They just don't. Straight up. Cut from a different cloth. Humane in a way that asking questions and speaking the way that you are right now that you couldn't even ever get to. the enlightenment that would have to occur in your life to even get to a point of that type of self-realization, to where a guy like where MLK was at, you would be, it would be like the equivalent of climbing Mount Everest. It would, you wouldn't even, so. You know what I mean? It's important to, it's important if you have these kinds of, beliefs, to realize that most of the time they stem from a place of an irreparable place. Let's put it that way. You know, you understand me? Racists at their core are broken people. To get them out of their type of thinking is almost an impossibility. As represented right here by this guy's just doing a great job just giving us a primetime example of the things that we're talking about right now. That yes, these people do exist on the internet. There might only be 40 of us watching, but there's one person who, yes, is a pure blood racist. So you don't have to have hate to be a racist, by the way. They don't go hand in hand. Racism is the acknowledgement of separation in race. It's not you don't have to feel good or bad about it. It's just acknowledging that it even exists. And most people who honestly are at that point, they don't understand the basic function of what it's like to be human. You know? They don't get it. It's molecular. I mean, the idea of the littleness that you are it's something that you can't imagine. You are nothing. You're nothing. All you are is a mathematical anomaly on the smallest linear scale that has it's an infinitesimal how small you are, how meaningless you are. That goes for every single human being on the planet. You are completely and utterly meaningless. You bring nothing to the universe. The universe made you. Without its grandness, you wouldn't even exist. So hubris, in terms of classism, socialism, racism, it's just fucking for stupid people, you know what I mean? It's for people who don't understand the big picture. Because the reality is that everybody's a nobody. Everybody is actually nothing. Wow. Hey man, my nothing is way more meaningful than your nothing. Ah, so your zero is greater than my zero. Understood. That's some good math there. You might not understand it, but this is how it works, is that zero is actually equal to zero. So, how about that? Do you think that's the number one thing that most people don't understand? I've always had this kind of, I don't know, maybe you could call it a hypothesis or a theory or something. But I always feel like the real source to self-knowledge or worth, knowing one's like worth, is honestly, you need to know the astrophysics. You need to know it. You don't have to understand the quantum physics of it all, but you need to understand the astrophysics. You need to understand how you came to exist in the first place. Because if you don't, then if you don't truly understand and truly appreciate it, then you're kind of fucking doomed. I think it's the greatest, like, number one thing between people who got it figured out and people who just have no idea. The idea of, like, what it takes for you to even come into existence. You know? And then after all that, after the coming into existence, what that looks like on the grander scale of what's happening in the universe. When you start to even be able to wrap your head around it a little bit, you begin to everything else kind of slips away. You don't think about that kind of stuff, in my opinion. How about look at this fucking, are you stupid, dude? You ever heard of music? You think that's a white people thing? You think white people made music? You ever listen to music, you idiot? Hey, watch this, ready? You just listen to music. We didn't invent that. Hate to break it to you. We didn't invent that. Not the white folk. Is that a good enough one for you? Perhaps the greatest cultural contribution to the history of humanity? Or do you need more? Are you that much of an asshole that you need more than that? Let's all take bets. You're probably as big an asshole that you'll need more than music, right? That's not big enough to the focus of humanity. Hasn't been yeah, music, you fucking moron. Music. You don't know what the word means? Music? Music, the creation of melody, harmony, the playing of instruments. All of these things were created in the dawn. In that little, yeah, those guys, like, you're talking 1,000 years too late, homie. You're talking about 1,000 years too late. A little late to the party, those white guys that you're talking about, Mozart and Beethoven, as incredible as they all were. Bach, amazing, incredible musicians, composers beyond any. No, the musical scale, notes, yes, yeah. And they also invented mathematics. But don't think that people weren't doing that stuff before the iteration. The good thing about cultural revolution is it doesn't get patented. It just happens. And then the Greeks and the Romans get a lot of credit because they wrote it down. Dude, you sound so stupid. You're the kind of guy I actually would love to talk to in real life, just because I'd love to see, like, the looks on your face when you're saying this stuff. Just so I could see through it, you know? I could be like, oh, this guy, he doesn't. There'd be two things I'd look for. I'd look for sincerity. Sincerity would mean that you're actually as stupid as you sound. Or I'd look for some type of entertainment, that flicker of joy in your eyes, and I'd say, he's just messing with us. Music wasn't good enough. How about art? How about art? You ever heard of that? Art? Cave paintings? You think it was white folks? You think it was white folks doing that created art? No, it wasn't. No, it was Van Gogh for you, right? For you, it was Picasso. You had to wait 5,000 years. You weren't on the tip. My name's Tom. T-O-M. I know you're gonna rush to type. T-O-M. Now, art and music, I mean, yeah. Whatever else you need, actually, because white people didn't invent any of it. Culture is not a white person's thing. White people don't have culture. By definition, their culture is far weaker than Asian, African, far weaker. too diverse, too spread out, too full of this this type of stuff. The progression's not really there. No tribal mentality here in America. You can only find those types of cohesive units among indigenous peoples who are not white. Indigenous peoples are not white. Too much sun. That was the secret, in case you don't understand the difference. Is that, I'm gonna explain something to you. It's this thing in your skin, it's called melanin. The more exposed to the sun you are, the darker your skin gets to protect itself. So the people who all came first, they were really dark because they spent all their time in the sun. You're thinking of, you're thinking of Eskimos. They're pretty dark too. Not a lot of sun, still hella dark. There are no white indigenous peoples. God damn. Imagine being as stupid as this dude. Oh, he's gotta be kidding around. I'm just gonna take it as he's kidding around. Without looking at his eyes, I can't tell if he's serious. Because if he was serious, I'd have to, I'd start. I'd probably get it. If he was really serious, I'd almost start to get angry because of how sad it is, God, look at that, man. Even in a chat full of 40 people, there was a guy that racist. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy to think there's a cat so racist that he didn't even understand that, white people didn't invent art or music? He's like, can you name one cultural contribution? Yeah, most definitely we can do that. I got two off the top of my head that you might know about. There's no such thing as white-colored indigenous people. You can be an ancestor to an indigenous person and be extremely white. But there are no white indigenous peoples. They don't exist. They were whiter, but not white. Don't work. Can't be out in the sun and be white. Those two things don't go together. It doesn't exist. I'm gonna exclude you all day. Yeah. I don't do false inclusion or exclusion. I just do real. I don't want fake inclusion. I don't want fake exclusion. What do you say? Think I need another shot of Uncle Tito's? Nah, maybe. I can play some. I'm just gonna be playing Far Cry. I don't know if I need to be jacked up for that. Pierce missed the Uncle Tito's. Do you see Sargento cheese? Yeah, man, I said it to you earlier. Oh, you weren't here. I was like, man, where's Pierce? We got Sargento. I was napping. Napping. Ha! Oh, I was having a good one. It's been such a good nap. A hot minute. God damn. What the hell? That was crazy. What do you think? You think that guy was for real? He couldn't have been for real, right? He's a baño. Al baño. I know, right? It's like hard to tell. Could be, could not be, right? Who's my favorite Disney character? Oh man, Ahsoka. Technically, it's Ahsoka. Since Disney bought, Disney was the ones helping make Clone Wars even before they bought Lucasfilm. Gotta be Ahsoka. It just blows my mind. I'm just thinking, like, who talks like that, you know? Funny. Me and Pat ended up cooking steaks last night after the we went down to the, as you can see, because I had that steak, but yeah, we went down and we made steaks after. We watched She-Hulk. I put the big TV out here on the countertop. And yeah. I put the big TV on the countertop. We caught up on the She-Hulk. All right, give me 1 sec. 1 sec. All right, so I did my 2 hours here, which means we got to do at least 8 tomorrow. I think 9 actually, to be 100%. So it's gonna be a big day. Not our biggest day of the week, not our shortest. Be in the middle. We're gonna probably go from Animal Kingdom to Epcot. I would assume, even though I don't like park hopping, but we did a pretty good job of it this week. So I think we'll do the AK to Epcot move. I gotta go win some prizes. So it'd be good to just win them and bring them back to the car anyway. And then go to Epcot for some more homunculus, maybe all nighttime vibes. Wings at the wing stop. You heard? I got some burgers I'm gonna make up tonight. Peep some Instagram pictures maybe if I'm feeling it. I'm gonna go sweep the pool out again, you know. Just at this point, I might as well just put some SNL on, laugh, listen to stuff I can't listen to on stream because it'll copy strike me instantly. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Pat's streaming all day. You know it, it's good. Go hang out with them. I'll see you tomorrow. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for listening and dealing with that little bit of ignorance in the chat tonight. I hope that inspires you all to be a little more open-minded. I know most of you don't think like that, but it's scary to think that there are people out there who have such small minds. That's it. Goodbye. I appreciate you all. Galen, thank you again. Very generous this week. Amanda, love Disney music. And Pierre Sargento, Alejandra,